I wanted to switch things up and go for a more relaxed, shoot from the hip kind of project. Something easy and truly DIY friendly. To start off this project, I drew inspiration from the internet and put it on a mood board. I got almost all of these items on Amazon and the big box store. I'll leave links in the description for everything I used, along with some extra instructions to help you out. First things first is painting this cake pan the same color as the ring light that I both purchased on Amazon. The ring light was only $20, so it was a really good deal. I'm using the cardboard box that the ring light came in to make a lining for the pan prior to painting. I'm measuring from 2 points on the edge and drawing perpendicular lines, and then that will mark the center line. Now this step isn't really necessary, but I didn't want paint to get into the roots of the plants, so I just decided not to paint it. Here I'm using 2 different methods to make an offset so the cardboard will actually fit inside the pan. I'll fit the cardboard in the pan and then tape up the outsides just to leave about 1 inch on top. And then I'll use some textured Rust-Oleum paint to match the ring light top. Simple one-day projects like this are great for sparking creativity. There's no overthinking, just making it how you want it, which is sometimes key. I got these crushed marble rocks at the big box store, and I need to get rid of the dust particles on them, and so I'm just going to rinse them pretty thoroughly. Next up, I'm prepping the veneer to wrap around the pan. It's optional, but I think it adds a little extra touch to the project. For this 8-inch cake pan, around 30 inches of veneer will do the trick with about 1 inch 3/4 overlap. I'm using my trusty envelope as a nice straight line. Now the veneer I purchased is a little bit oversized, so I cut it down to 1 inch and 5/8. This will be the only part of the build where you'll need a quote-unquote tool. Either use a iron or hot glue gun to fix the hot melt veneer together. There's a nice ridge on the cake pan that will allow the veneer to slip right into. As you may have seen here, the paint didn't fully stick to the pan. Turns out nonstick really means nonstick. It turned out okay for me as I just laid the paint on pretty quick. But if you're cautious, you could pre-sand or primer before painting. Here I'm figuring out which succulent has the biggest root system with the help of ChatGPT and these cookie cutter molds I had lying around. I know these succulents will eventually outgrow their container, and I'm not sure how big their root systems get, but it should be a good start. Let me know in the comments if I'm doing something wrong. Now onto assembly. I'm just rearranging everything where I want it, then marking the spot to mount the light to the pan. I'm a little worried about the light not adhering to the pan because nonstick, so I'm just going to sand down the area and then use some VHB tape to mount the light. I chose this light for its simple design and elevated base, which keeps the cord out of the bottom and away from any pooled water. It's not a perfect solution, so use caution. I won't be overwatering the succulents, but proceed at your own risk. And then I didn't trust the VHB, so I just caked it with hot glue. Now this is very optional because I know a lot of people don't have 3D printers, but I decided to print these accessories and a little watering thing for it. We'll let that print and come back to it. I'm going to start with a base of the crushed stone and then work my way around it, avoiding the place where I'm going to fit plants. For the plant holes, I'm starting with a layer of sand, adding gravel, and then filling in the soil around the plants. Here's where you can start to get creative. There's really no right or wrong way. It's all about your vision and how you want it to look, so go for it. As for the sand, you can go with beach sand, play sand, decorative sand, or a mix to achieve the color you want. If you choose beach sand though, I recommend straining out larger particles using a fine mesh strainer and rinsing away some of the debris. I ended up using a blend of play sand and decorative white sand. I found a great brand on Amazon that has the perfect texture and a nice off-white beige color that I was hoping for. Hindsight here, I should have left a little bit more room between the sand and the aloe plant. I'm worried that the sand will start seeping into the aloe and choking it out, but we'll see. To finish up, I'm securing the USB cord along the side of the light and around the perimeter of the cake pan, taking extra caution to avoid some of the soil, and then I will snake it back to the back of the cake pan and secure it there as well. And that's just about it. I'll add the final touches. The Zen Garden accessories and watering can will come off the 3D printer, and then next up I'll give you a cost breakdown of the project before the big reveal. The total cost can vary quite a lot depending on what you already have on hand, but here's a breakdown. The ring light is $18, the cake pan is $11, the spray paint is $12, the marble rocks are $8, the play sand is $6, and here is where things get optional, but you can upgrade to the decorative sand, which is $24, the flower sieve, which is $8, the maple veneer, which is $17, cookie cutter set, $7, VHB adhesive, $10, miscellaneous, $5, to a total of $29 to $127. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And also, links will be in the description if you want to build this.